Here we go, guys. Just a quick video on Theta and kind of give some history here. This is a big COVID slam down back in, February, March 2020. And then we started to run up. I've taken all the annotations off the chart, just kind of clean it up and show you, the consolidation zones, which Theta loves to do, and then the breakout zones, so on and so forth. Okay. And right now, as you can see, really, once we get over this high pivot level here, let me pull this in so you actually see it. This high pivot level going back to August of 2022 at I think it's $1.67. Right now we're at $1.70. Once we can clear that, and we'd like to clear it on a weekly basis, not just a daily basis, because you know how altcoins like to pull back and then back test, retest, and then go again. But we want that on a weekly because this is a significant area. And also, as you can see over here, we have again this accumulation phase, which was previous resistance, trying to get up and through that zone. Back in 2021. Okay, then we finally had our breakout candle follow through, so on and so forth. Okay, very important. And then the next zone, as we clear this and get a weekly close as we go up here, where the 200 is, and I want to make that perfect. So 256 right now, that's going to change a little bit. So let's just call it 250 right here. That's going to be the next significant resistance zone. Not that we're going to go, straight up here, but once we are able to hit that area, that 250, because it's a flat 200. Regarding moving averages, a flat whatever, 50, especially the 200 is the toughest to get up and over. So we're expecting, again, maybe some consolidation like this, maybe a little pullback, and then, push up and over that 200. Okay, so I wanted to get the kind of the foundation, out here, explain it so people have a better understanding where we are, where we're going. Now, this area through here, again, see that sideways consolidation zone, and then, we had a breakout, fall through, so on and so forth, putting in a low, higher low, and then the breakout. And what's the most important, we came back and the 20 saved us there. Now I'm kind of getting into some information that's strictly for our Patreon members, but I kind of want to explain this in detail because once you're under the 20, let me show you a little trick here. Once you're under the 20 and then you get over the 20, then you come back in and the 20 saves the price action. In other words, you don't go past the 20. In other words, the 20 save, all right? So you're under it, you're over it, you come back into it. Now we're on the weekly, it doesn't matter. You can be on a 2-minute chart, weekly chart, hourly chart, whatever, and it's called the 20 save. You can go to any, and I would say probably 98% to 100% of the time that the 20 saves the price action. In other words, you don't, once you break it, you come back, retest it, that you'll bounce and continue up and over the 20. Okay. But that's the trick, that it stays, or you get a green, basically you get a green candle, all right, off the 20. Okay. Probably telling you a little bit more about this stuff than I probably should. But anyway, let's go back in history. Okay. First of all, this was our little breakout candle back in the day, just, timestamps don't lie. And then what I wanted to point out right here, we did a measured move as far as the number of days that we have until our next halving. Okay. This white, if I can get it without, okay, the white arrow here was the last cycle, the last halving. Okay. And from the bottom to the close of that week of the halving, uh, Theta ran up over 300%. Okay. Now, that's a big number, but you got to consider how low we were, back here in the cents. Okay. So that's why, it looks like, like a huge percent run, which it was, but, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. And here we are now, and if we do half of that, okay, we just do half of that, the halving, which is, just a number of days away. Where did I have that clocked at? Let's see, date range from here over about 56 days. 56 days, okay? In 56 days, we could be over $3, about 340 or so, okay? So kind of keep that in mind, regarding previous history. And then if we did twice of that, twice, 300%, which I don't think we'll do, but, you get the point. And right here, that was for our Patreon members. This was our breakout. This will be known, go down in history, timestamps don't lie, for all altcoins the week of the 23rd, week of the 30th of October last year was where the bottom was put in and where the altcoin season started. Okay, look on any chart, man. We're actually not the squirrel. We're actually taking off here a little bit, which is kind of interesting. Here's the daily. Okay, let's go with the hourly. We're watching this live action. Okay, so we popped up on this hourly chart, came down, shallow, what we call a shallow pullback, consolidation, one, two, three, four, fifth candle. Okay, here's another little trick that our Patreon members know. If you break out on the fifth candle, high odds, high probability, you get continuation. And we get continue. In other words, we should get another green candle to the upside. Again, it's not 100%, 70% of the time, but it has to be the fifth candle off a consolidation zone there. Anyway, getting way off topic. Let's go back to the weekly. So that's why we like the weekly because I mean, here's the daily. Yeah, you can trade off of this, but see all the wicks up and down, and this is for any altcoin. And what you can do, you can end up, getting whipsawed in and out. And we don't, want people doing that. Not only do you a lot of times lose coins, but just for even round numbers, say you start off with 10,000 coins and you start playing those daily charts. Unless you're real nimble, real good at it, you can do it, yeah. But for the most people, because this stuff can turn a dime, you start off with 10,000, might end up with nine, might end up with seven time the trade's done. Okay, but anyway, let me get back focused here. Okay, so first deal, we got to get over that, 167. And I want it on the weekly. Yeah, we can do it on the daily, big deal. But we got to do it on a weekly basis. One, two, three, four. We're on a time count. So that's something else considered. Like I was talking about earlier, this area here is not like a brick wall, but it's going to be tough resistance getting over as we go into, if I can draw a line across there. See, it's almost right there in the neighborhood of our, well, that didn't count. Never mind. Let me do this. Okay, in the neighborhood of our 200. See, right through here. I'm going to make it red so it differentiates. Okay, right through. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, right through here. So we're going to have a little issue in this area, 230 up to 260. Okay, getting through all that. But okay, but what everyone wants to know, okay, when are we going to take off? When is it going to be blue skies? And I'm saying once, for the record, yeah, call me out on it. Once we get over the 200, that's going to be, I'd say probably 50% of the game. We're well on our way, better odds, better probability. And then this green dash line, I can't tell you how we did that. That is, for our paid Patreon members, but at basically $3, who cares what color the line is? But anyway, at $3, once we clear that, then it's going to be blue skies. We're not going to be going straight up just like this, but there's going to be peaks and valleys. Those W's I like to call them, all the way up. And I'm not going to guarantee that we're going to hit all-time highs, but yeah, we're gonna, since it's not financial advice, but yeah, we're gonna blow up out of here once we uh, do that, get over that $3 range. That really I don't know, it's hard to explain unless you know all the nuances about it, but that measured move here is extremely important. And once we clear it, um, yeah, I'll be looking for that, mid to high teens pretty quickly, in all consideration after that. Uh, Man, let me see. But then here's our, um, you know, our halving, like we talked about earlier, coming up here pretty soon. And, so far so good, looking good here. Let's take a look at the monthly chart and see, I like this actually even better. See, we were under the 20, got over the 20. That red candle came back into it. And as you can see, we're blowing up. So, and then this again shows you, a little bit of the, high pivots, low pivots, other measured moves, on here, just like we were talking about earlier. But guys, appreciate you watching. Give us a follow on X. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself and not depend on, other people, out there in the world, uh, giving these charts out. And also it helps you, if somebody goes, hey, Solana's blowing up, time to get in Solana, whatever. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Solana here. Okay. Yeah, we got to clear that red dash line there. See this high pivot zone through here. That's what we need to get up and over. And so, yeah, once we break all that and clear it, especially if we did it 1, 2, 3, maybe over the next 2 weeks and broke out, yeah, that would be a nice play. And here's one down here, since you're seeing all of our uh, back work here that we did of our Patreon group. This is called a 2 down, 1 up. 90% of the time, you get a 2 down, 1 up, it keeps going. Okay, just saying. All right, guys, we'll see you on the charts.